Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today's episode, we are a few days into a new quarter, Q1 of 2024, believe it or not. So, add all the New Year's cliches in there. Happy New Year to you, of course. But that means, as well as the Happy New Year's, we also need to go through the wallet and see what my card strategy is shaping up to be in Q1. So, of course, we will talk about my denials, my approvals, and my credit card strategy, all the cards I'm using, and how to get maximum value to start off the year right. So, of course, that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as always, it's tradition here. People tend to get a laugh out of this. This is my card arsenal. Now, I don't carry this with me, but this is where I keep all my cards. And, I've had to pare it down, believe it or not. These are just the cards that I would actually potentially use. I'm a heavy cashback person. I have other cards, but I've taken them out of here if I don't use them, like the Ink Preferred. I'm just aging that out till I can cancel it. So just to keep things simplified. But this is the wallet I actually use. It's a Bellroy. All these are linked down below for you in an Amazon link. If you are interested, they are affiliate links, of course. So with that, of course, feel free to play along at home. Let me know what cards I'm missing, what I should be going after, and of course, what you're using as well. Cashback, travel. I'll even entertain the travelers out there, I guess. But let's get into it here. So I didn't have, technically I had one card closure. That was, it doesn't really count, but it was the Wells Fargo Business Platinum card. Wells Fargo closed that card just due to inactivity. Now, they did mail me a letter saying, hey, if I wanted to keep it, I could, buy something on it and they would keep it active. But, really, I swiped that card one time, got the $300 bonus, and never touched it again. And it was only a 1.5x card. Plus, I wanted to close it anyways because Wells Fargo have told us they're coming out with new business cards. I'm going to call them the Signify line. We have no information on them other than at least a card should be coming, so to close out this old one is a good thing, get you back in line for the new business cards in case they have some kind of weird terms there. So technically that one was closed, but it wasn't going to, it never had a spot in here past the promotional offer. There's just fond memories of that card because that was that massive road trip I did to Illinois for like that and the Wells Fargo checking and BMO and all stories you've heard before. So that was the closure. Now we have some denials here. So they're denials, but technically I kind of knew they were coming. So first is the Capital One Saver Rewards card, the no annual fee one. I was pretty sure I was going to get denied by Capital One. I got denied for too many inquiries. Yes, they still do a pull on every single credit bureau, but I had a Wells Fargo, a Capital One checking account and a Capital One savings account from bank promotional offers that we did. Again, we have a second channel called Run on the Bank where we talk about bank promotional offers. If you're interested in that, it's always linked down below for you. And of course, ProfitableContent.com where we talk about this stuff as well. And the old adage, if once you're a customer, the bank does start sending you a bunch of offers for cards, and that's what happened with Capital One. And I was pretty sure I was going to get denied, but I was going to close the checking and savings account anyway, so there was never going to be a better time to try, so I tried, and of course, I was denied, unfortunately. In addition, and why not the Venture X? Well, I just didn't really feel like dealing with Venture miles that you can only cash in for like half a cent. Plus, the Saver is a decent card, so that's why that one. The other denial was the Wells Fargo Active Cash. Again, it was only like a $500. It was spend $500 to get $200 back. I think I was re-upping car insurance. I was like, well, you know what? Why not? And I knew the rule. Wells Fargo does, hey, you have to have 6 months in between cards, I believe. And I did just put the last video we did. My newest edition was the autograph card, but they sent me a mailer, and I read it 3 times, and it didn't have any reference to that 6-month language. So I still thought it was going to be a denial, and sure enough, it was. The little code they sent you does not get you around that, even though it's not in the terms, and that reason was denial was because, I haven't had a relationship with them long enough, not a big loss, it's only, again, $200, so we'll try again at some point, but also not bad because Wells Fargo is also supposedly launching new cards soon as well. We'll get business and then, of course, personal as well, so, whatever, it's fine. So those are the denials and the closure. Now, the biggest addition was the American Express Business Gold Card, which I made a whole separate video on, where this was like the gold card was the subject of it, and it's basically me being angry about having to get the Business Gold Card. Well, I didn't have to get it, but in case you missed that one, not everyone watches every video, or you're just kind of unfamiliar with what's going on with the gold card. The gold card is set to get a refresh in February 1st of this year, now 2024, where the annual fee will go up, I think to like $395 or something like that. It's $295 now. I think it goes up to $350 maybe. I can't remember exactly, but it's going to go up. And of course, they're going to add more coupons. They're going to you get to choose. You get a Walmart Plus membership, and you get Grubhub, office supply stores, and something else. You can basically use $20 a month to one of those things. In typical Amex fashion, yes, the credits technically offset the annual fee, but the main thing is the annual fees going up, and Amex was running $150K was like the high offer, and it was targeted, but it was mass targeted. I got a mailer or email for $100, then I got multiple mailers for $150, and I was like, even at 1 cent per point valuation on MR points, that's still $1,200 after the $295 annual fee. So I kind of had to do it. Now it was $10,000 in spend, which is quite a bit. So I will be working on that. That will be the only card in my wallet again in this one. Well, you should always carry 2 cards. So I do have the gold card, and then I've got my Bank of America Unlimited Cash card here. You should always carry 2 cards, one from different issuers, just in case you get into a debate, a disagreement, if you will, with one of them. But anyways, I put my property taxes on there and a few other things. So I think I've got about $4,500, $4,000 left to hit by middle of February. So that'll be the only card I'm really using. And so as a result, the rest of this time we will just spend talking about my overall strategy, because that's the card I'm going to be using, because it's a lot of spend. So once I'm done with that card, begrudgingly done with my Amex card and those MR points, I will be picking up my next Bank of America card, my last Bank of America card, which is the Susan G. Komen card, which is basically a version of the customized cash card, which is the red one, and is a Platinum Honors member of Preferred Rewards. That 3x category becomes 5 1/4 back, so that helps build out my 5x everything strategy. And again, the gold card does help because again I had to slow down my pace to get to Bank of America's third card that I wanted anyway. So after a full 3 months or 4 months in between, I should be able to get approved for that, no problem. But that will be my next pickup. I really want that card to complete off my Bank of America deal. I could get more of the Bank of America cards, but those are the 3 I really want. Now, funny enough, not funny enough, we'll have to go to income tax time comes up, very quickly into, technically, it's due by the start of the second quarter, but we'll start to plan out the card to use for that. I usually owe a few grand, as most of you do, so for that, I'd probably go back to, it might be a U.S. bank card, either the Altitude Connect or the Business Connect. Neither one of those. I think the Altitude Connect is slightly underrated, but neither will be keeper cards. But the good thing about U.S. Bank is they do waive the annual fee in year number 1, so you can get the card. It's 1.85% processing fee to pay your taxes, but the card will at least earn 1%, so you're talking about 0.85% to net. I think it's $600 or something like that. That probably would be the card I use. It could also potentially be another Bank of America business card. It really just depends on what the tax bill comes out to be, but there'll at least be one card, likely a business card, to cover that expense. You give up a little bit, but I think it's worth it, really, to just help offset the tax bill and earn some cash back. So we'll do that, and then, the funny part is I complain about American Express cards, but I might actually have to, in quotes, get another American Express card. This might be the time, because if you look at it, again, I do use my Blue Business Cash for regular business expenses. That gets spend monthly, and then you have the Business Gold card, which in the course of 3 months you've put $10,000 on. So it's either likely that one of 2 things would happen. Amex would say, yep, you're an active customer, we'll allow you another offer, would be a business or personal, what have you, or because we just gave you 150K MR points, we're going to put you in pop-up jail. So, it's likely, either is likely. I don't really know how Amex is going to do it, but for that reason, because after this gold card is done, it's just going to sit. I'm never going to touch it again and just cancel it later. So it might be advantageous to try to test out getting another American Express card. And in which one, I don't really know. I don't have a favorite. None of them really stand out to me. I will say there is now an order, since they've changed the terms and conditions. There is an order to go in. So the business side is less important, but on the personal side, I've done the gold and the platinum already. So really, you're probably looking at stuff on the cashback side. Or, you could still go, Business Platinum had a really high offer. It just takes a lot of spend. So maybe if that's around, I could and do a MR point cash out strategy. But Besides that, I think at some point, going a little bit farther out, then you're looking to get back into city cards. Kind of been waiting for the City Premier to bring back their, 80K offer, but they're also supposed to bring out Strata cards sometime. So I would say, for Q1, those are the ones I really want to hit. And then after that, it's just probably back to bonus hunting and building out the 5X strategy. At some point, I will get Discover cards. Those are the cards people offer me the most. If someone's going to email me with a referral link, it's always for Discover cards. I will get them at some point. They're just not a huge priority to me at the moment. But really, that's kind of where I'm at. And I think as the last thing I'll say is, as I continue to open promotional bank accounts, I will probably continue to sign up for random cards that I don't really need. Like, I know in January I'm going to go into a Huntington branch and open Huntington personal account. I've churned Huntington accounts so many times that I can't open it online anymore, but I can open it in branch. And so last time I did, they offered me a personal card. It was like, I don't know, $200 or something. Nothing to write home about, but at this point in time, I'm just trying to get as much cash back as I can from banks. So I will also continue to pick up those little ones here and there if offered, and they're easy enough. But overall, again, that is my strategy. Again, mainly is finishing up the business gold and then getting my Bank of America, begrudgingly Amex, and the next big bill is property taxes. So that's it for me. Still doing cash back stuff, but let me know your thoughts. If you've seen a high offer that I should be considering, or another card to get your 5X that I don't have, I would love to hear about it. And of course, let me know what you were working on down below. What's in your wallet? What are you tracking towards, max cash or max travel? Either way, I'd love to get your thoughts. But of course, if you like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel, so we're posting content just like this every single week. Of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance, and every single day over on profitablecontent.com. Of course, the channel's blog. We not only have the latest news stories, we have bank promotions, so if you want to give those a try starting the new year, and of course, we have credit card offers. So if you want to load in your wallet with some nice shiny cards, well, go peruse the offers list over there as well. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.